South Africa took a monumental step on January 23, 2025, with President Cyril Ramaphosa signing the Expropriation Bill into law. This landmark legislation replaces the antiquated 1975 Expropriation Act, a relic of the apartheid era. The new law aims to rectify the deep-seated land inequalities that continue to plague the nation. This move signifies the government's commitment to addressing historical injustices and forging a path towards a more equitable society. The signing of the bill follows years of intense debate and public consultations. It represents a culmination of efforts to dismantle the legacy of apartheid, which systematically dispossessed millions of black South Africans of their land. The new law seeks to provide a legal framework for land redistribution, a key demand of the anti-apartheid struggle. The Expropriation Bill has been met with mixed reactions, with supporters hailing it as a long-overdue measure to address land injustice. Critics, however, express concerns about property rights and the potential impact on the economy. As South Africa embarks on this new chapter, the success of land reform hinges on striking a delicate balance between redressing past wrongs and ensuring economic stability. The Expropriation Bill empowers the government to expropriate land for public interest purposes. These purposes include land redistribution to previously disadvantaged communities, infrastructure development, and the provision of affordable housing. The law outlines a clear process for expropriation, which includes negotiation with landowners as the first step. Expropriation is positioned as a last resort, to be pursued only when negotiations fail to reach an agreement. One of the most contentious aspects of the bill is the provision for expropriation without compensation. This provision applies under specific circumstances, such as when land is abandoned, state-owned, or illegally occupied. The government argues that this provision is necessary to address situations where land is not being used productively or is held for speculative purposes. The bill also aims to provide clarity on the factors to be considered when determining compensation for expropriated land. These factors include the market value of the property, the history of its acquisition, and the purpose for which it is being expropriated. The government maintains that compensation will be determined in a just and equitable manner, taking into account the rights of both landowners and the public interest. The Expropriation Bill has faced strong opposition from various quarters, including opposition parties, civil society groups, and some landowners. The Democratic Alliance criticizes the bill's wording as vague and open to abuse. They argue it creates uncertainty for property owners and could deter investment. The DA vows to challenge the bill in the Constitutional Court. ActionSA expresses concerns about the bill's impact on job creation and economic growth. They argue it will deter investment and harm investor confidence. AfriForum condemns the law as an attack on private property rights. They pledge to launch legal challenges and mobilize their members. Economists warn of potential economic consequences, including a decline in property values. This could make it difficult for landowners to access credit. It could have a ripple effect on the financial sector and the broader economy. Uncertainty surrounding land tenure could negatively impact agricultural production. The Expropriation Bill has exposed deep divisions within South African society. Supporters see it as a step towards redressing past injustices, emphasizing land as a source of identity and dignity. Critics argue it could destabilize the economy and undermine property rights. They advocate for secure land tenure and market-based reforms. The bill represents a pivotal moment in South Africa's journey towards justice. The road ahead is challenging, with potential legal battles and economic uncertainty. Success hinges on consensus, transparency, and upholding the rule of law.